Here's some keys to interpret Johnny Depp texts. Feel me once here, driving instructor of the world. So I've really had to go back and forth on this and look at what would TikTok allow, what wouldn't they allow in terms of text. So what I'm going to do, at least for right now, is give a general set of keys to interpret all the Johnny Depp texts. And you can go look at specific texts if you want. I may include some others in another video down the road, but for now, we're just going to do generalized keys, but they're pretty helpful, I think. First of all, you have to understand that there are two emotional forces driving Johnny in these texts. One is humor and one is frustration and hurt with that. Now, Johnny's an artist. He speaks and writes using a high degree of imagery and exaggeration, hyperbole. So the texts show very clearly his relationships with his friends, and the images are sometimes graphic even with his friends because the emotions are running high as well as his frustrations. You can hear those frustrations in every single tape where he's arguing with Amber. Now, almost all mental health experts will tell you that getting out your pain and frustration is healthy. I wish I had the guts to do it when I was going through situations. Instead, I bottle up. Johnny gets his out with friends in these texts, which is good. They were expected to be private. They were never expected to be public. Remember also who his heroes are. Actor Marlon Brando, Rolling Stone Keith Richards, and Gonzo journalist Hunter S. Thompson. They each are very wicked in their sense of humor. And Hunter, by the way, swears constantly. His editors were always overworked. When he does swear, he uses very British type of swearing. And the C word in Britain is not as bad as it is here. It's still bad. I'm not saying it isn't. But it's definitely used a lot more than it's used over here in the States. Remember, he lives in England part-time. He also has a home in France. He has a very European sense of humor. It's been described by many people that way. So when you look at any of the text, you're going to see graphic language and imagery. Why? This is the most emotional situation of his whole life, and it brings up every horror and insecurity of his childhood. It's an emasculating treatment he's going through, being hit, insulted, gaslit, etc. by someone, by the way, who cannot stand her own mind, so she has to pick on the most gentle and pure soul she's ever encountered, Johnny. The banter back and forth between he and his friends are his coping humor. Remember, Johnny was stuck, didn't want a divorce, didn't want to continue.